Hello, my name is Shrey Ninzi and thank you so much for stopping by on my video today. Today I'm doing another comparison video. I'm going to be doing a side-by-side comparison of these two foundations. This is the brand new Superstay Activewear foundation. You guys all know about this foundation. This is the Maybelline 24-Hour Superstay Full Coverage Foundation. This is my second most popular video on my channel. It has like 3 million views or something. Crazy, back when I had a super bad acne. So if you haven't seen that, definitely check that out because my skin and everything is completely different. But Maybelline recently came out with this activewear version of the foundation, and this is the 30-hour activewear. Oh, 30-hour? Okay, this is weird because the 30-hour I've seen only sold on Beauty Bay in the UK, and it's the 24-hour version here, but this is the 30-hour. I got mine at Walmart. Okay, that's interesting. So this one's 24-hour, this one's 30-hour. I don't think I'm gonna be wearing the foundation for that long, but I'm gonna wear it as long as I can today. So on one side I'll be wearing one, and then on the other side I'll be wearing the other one. It's been a long time since I've worn the Maybelline Superstay Full Coverage Foundation. I'm excited to see how this all performs and wears. I don't think I'm going to be putting a primer on today, but I will be using sponges. I'm using the Real Techniques sponges. This one is like a light purple with sparkles in it, and then this is their regular orange color. And I'll talk about the foundations and what their claims are while I'm applying the foundation. Before we get started, I'll explain my skin if this is your first video of mine. As you can see, I have acne, I have a lot of hyperpigmentation, and a lot of texture. My skin right now is on the drier side. It's more normal to dry. I do get a little oily, but like not much. I'm very dry around the nose. I have a lot of texture, so that's the base that we're working with for this foundation. I ended up mixing in a little bit of the shade 120 Classic Ivory because this was way too pale, as you saw. Not cute at all, but oh my gosh, I haven't worn this foundation in such a long time. Look at that coverage. It's definitely a drier foundation, more on the matte side for sure, but that is what that is looking like. And I feel like this shade on this side might be too light, but we'll go in and see. So this is my first time wearing the Activewear foundation. Yeah, I think this side might be a little, oh yeah, this side's gonna be a little too light, but we'll have to deal with that. It definitely is a lot more liquidy, and I remember people mentioning that have tried this foundation out. It is a little bit more liquidy. For me, with the dry skin, that's nice. And this shade definitely is too light for me, but again, I couldn't find in store a shade that was better. This was the closest one that I could find. I'm just going in with a little bit more. All right, besides the color match, this side definitely isn't as matte and full coverage as the full coverage side. So I'm going to go in and just try to cover up some of those spots here where I need a little bit more coverage. I'm going to put on the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Concealer. I'm going to go ahead and set it with the MERCIER Translucent Setting Powder under my eyes with my Amazon Puff. If you guys don't know, I have an Amazon storefront. I have things linked there, so I'm going to try and link the Amazon storefront down below. And I'm just going to lightly set my T-zone with the MERCIER powder. Then for the rest of my face, I'm going to go in with a powder brush and my Maybelline Superstay powder. This one is in the shade 120 Classic Ivory. Again, this side has the Activewear foundation on it. And this side has the full coverage foundation. The full coverage side is definitely settling into my lines a lot more because it is a more matte, thick foundation. The time right now is 12:38. I'm going to go ahead and apply the rest of my makeup and I'll be right back. We are back and I've got my full face on. I've been using a lot of Essence products lately. Essence is seriously one of those underrated brands that's so inexpensive and so good. So I have their matte bronzing palette on for my bronzer. I have one of their blushes on. I have it in the shade Believing. I have the Maybelline Master Chrome highlight in the shade Molten Gold, thanks to my girl Ivory. And on my lips, I have an Essence lipstick in the shade Loyal, which looks like this. It's a very nice neutral. It's showing up a little bit more pink on camera. That is everything that I have on my face. I've been doing a lot more natural mascara only looks lately. It's just been a lot easier just to put on some mascara and go. The time is now 12:50, so I finished applying the foundation around 12:40, and I'm gonna wear this foundation as long as I can. Again, this side is the activewear and this side is the full coverage. Again, the color match is not quite perfect. You can definitely tell I have two different foundations on, but this is what everything is looking like with the blush and bronzer. And that is that. I'm gonna go ahead and set it with setting spray. I'll be using the Cosmetics Slay All Day setting spray, and that is what everything is looking like. I'll go ahead and check in with you guys in a little bit in natural lighting. Hello, the time is now 5:36, so we're coming up on 5 hours that I've been wearing the foundation. This side is the full coverage and this side is the active wear. I honestly feel like this side is looking a lot more oily, and this side is definitely emphasizing some texture on my forehead. So far this side does feel a little bit heavier and a little bit oilier, and this side doesn't look as oily and cakey. I just feel like this side looks a little bit heavier. Hello, I've had this foundation on for 9 hours now, and I have to say both sides look decent. Both of them look really good, but this side definitely does look a little bit better. I did have some makeup rub off on my nose a little bit, but otherwise I feel like everything looks really good. I'm excited to try this foundation by itself and see how it wears on its own. Everything just on the side of my face here looks smooth. The makeup still looks really, really good. I don't know, everything looks really decent. I'll have to form my final opinion once I wear this foundation completely by itself, but that's what everything looks like side by side after 9 hours. Hello, it is day 2 that I'm going to be wearing this foundation. I'm channeling my inner Ivory Cherry. If you don't know who she is, you need to check her out. I'm going to be wearing the Superstay All Active foundation by itself all over my face. I'm gonna wear it for a couple of hours. This won't be a full day wear test. It is a little bit later in the day, but I want to wear this by itself just to see how it all looks, since I definitely had 2 different shades on and 2 different foundations on my face yesterday. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop this on really quick. Here's my full face on, everything is looking really good. It looks very smooth. I went ahead and put the Milk Hydro Grip primer around my nose only, just to see if that helps with any of the creasing or anything like that. Everything looks really smooth. The color is definitely way too light for me, but otherwise everything just looks really, really good. I'm surprised it's not clinging to my texture or anything, and I don't know, I think everything looks really, really good. The time is almost 5 o'clock, so like I said, I'm going to keep this on for as long as I can today, but I wanted to show you guys what it looks like all by itself. Pay no mind to my lipstick that has come off my mouth. It's now 10 o'clock, so it's been 5 hours since I've had this foundation on. I am pretty tired and I want to go to bed. So here is what the foundation is looking like, and you guys, this seriously looks flawless. Like, holy crap, this has lasted so long. I really like this foundation. Everything just looks really smooth. I definitely need a different color, but everything looks smooth. It doesn't look cakey. It doesn't feel cakey. It feels really lightweight. I'm not noticing any like texture emphasis or anything. Maybe a little bit around my nose and like some of my larger pores, and like here where I have like some scrunching. I did wear a mask for quite a while, so I have a little bit of transfer on my nose, but not anywhere else on my face. Oh, maybe I have a big line right here from my mask, but otherwise everything just looks really, really good. Like, I am pleasantly surprised with how much I like how this foundation is looking. Like, I definitely like this a lot better than the full coverage foundation. This has really, really good coverage, but it doesn't look as cakey and it's not as matte as the full coverage foundation. So if you're normal, have texture, not as oily, I would definitely recommend the activewear version of this foundation. If you're oilier and need more coverage, I would definitely recommend the full coverage foundation. I was way more oily when I used to wear that foundation, and that was seriously a holy grail foundation that lasted on me forever. Now that I've had both oily skin and normal to dry skin, the activewear is the way to go for the normal to dry, and the full coverage Maybelline Superstay is for the oilier people, for sure. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this 2-day wear test, and I hope you guys found this review helpful. If there's anything else you want me to wear or test out, definitely let me know in the comment section below. I love reading your comments. I'm terrible at responding to them, but I do check them a lot, so don't worry about that. Thank you all so much for watching, and have an amazing day. Bye!